Hello guys. Welcome back to our talk with Melissa. Today I'm your host. My name is Yana, and I'm here with Melissa. We are gonna be talking today about a major astrological event. Everybody is talking about it, so we are gonna put a little bit of Melissa's knowledge and maybe some channeled messages to this event. Maybe Melissa would like to say something about herself a little bit first for those who don't know her, and then we can dive directly into the energies and messages and
Oh,
what
yes.
you can guys expect.
Perfect. So thank you very much. I'm Melissa. I'm a hypnotherapist and I'm a psychic. So I combine the subconscious world with the spiritual world, and I love to work on both of it. And I love to channel messages, which will be our topic of this session. So I'm really excited to talk about the Pluto Aquarius age of 20 years, which is waiting for us.
Yeah, we can see that now all around, right? Like everybody is talking about it, everybody is writing about it. There are so many messages about that, and some people are very excited about it, some people are very scared about it. What is there to, like to focus on, or what's the major energy of this event?
So let's start with maybe the astrology side of this, because there are, as you said, a lot of writings, text, and information about that. And on the one side, we have the astrologic side. And in this session, I want to talk about the spiritual part of this. So it is about technology and it is about innovation. A new age has begun with this phase. So it will not for sure shift from yesterday to tomorrow. It will slowly raise. And the main topics are, as you asked, are about like questioning, are we in the right place in life? The spirituality will raise more, the consciousness level will raise more, and this oneness, this united feeling will be also more, that we have this consciousness of being not anymore you and me, but this togetherness, which we miss for so many years now. As you can see outside, there is a lot of different energies going around, but now, like, to gain the energy back into your body, being spiritual and then being connected with the other ones will be the main topics. Also relationships, partnerships, in business wise also will be a lot of be questioned nowadays, nowadays.
So we can expect like a big shift globally, let's say, within the whole society.
It is a
Which
collective effect, exactly.
which direction? Like, what's gonna be the main what we can, maybe even people who are not into the spirituality yet, what they can they notice as well this?
They will, because those who are not in the right place in life, maybe unhappy, complaining, struggling, and whatever, they will get many signs, but very significant signs, not like barely or like guessing, but it's very clear that the universe will show us here guidance, that we have to change the route, the direction, if we are not on our way already. So those who are on their ways and spiritual, they will get more and more messages. But those who are new into this, or maybe not at all, but they heard about what is Pluto Aquarius phase, so even they will get their messages very clearly. Maybe they, for example, start seeing things, sensing things. With seeing, I mean like with the third eye for sure, not with the physical eye, but start maybe dreaming, or maybe like, what is this? Let me make a research, like getting curious about it. Like, okay, what is that? What is meditation? Let's check on that, and so on. Like going more and more deeper into these topics, for example.
So can this event be kind of a door for these people to enter this, spiritual world, and maybe starting to be more curious about themselves and what is all this about?
Yeah. This is exactly what you said, because the Pluto Aquarius wants to raise the consciousness of the planet, not you, but you not all of us. So
Yeah.
all those who are not included yet, they will be included, and there is no way out. They have maybe friends who are interested, and they will listen at the table talk, okay, what are you talking about? So this will be more and more also maybe in family members. Someone is starting meditating and is affecting the others. So it will be like a positive virus, like going around about spirituality and consciousness level for sure, like raising the consciousness level. This is the main topic to underline it.
Yeah, so maybe finally the people we have around and who are like really like against and looking at us like that we are a little bit,
Yeah.
crazy. So maybe now is a good time that they will start opening up a little bit, like our partners, friends, family, like you said. So
They
there can
have
be a
to.
breakthrough.
Exactly. And here I can say exactly where the astrology part steps in. And those videos, as I said, for example, I saw a video where it says like Scorpios, Sagittarius, and some other signs will get tormented by Pluto the next 20 years, while Cancer and the other signs will be now released. They are now out of it, and now it's getting over to the other ones. And I looked at the comments, and oh my God, like, oh, I'm so scared. And there was a lot of fear and anxiety regarding that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of frustrating. Imagine you and me, we work on ourselves, and I'm a Scorpio, and I read that and I said, like, wow, like all the work for nothing. And there is this is not what it is about. It is about those people who never ever get in touch about spirituality, who even, as you said, rejected, said, nah, what is this kind of stuff? Who really insist to stand on their own limiting beliefs, patterns, or whatever, like they hold on it. Pluto is going to after them. And there is no specific science by that. It is not that only Scorpio, blah, blah, and the other ones not. No, it's like equally to all of it. It is very dangerous to generalize, to say like all of these. And then it would mean that all the Scorpios in the world, how many billions or whatever, would get tormented by Pluto. Even this makes no sense at all. So please, to those who get panicked by this, look at your birth chart also. Where is Pluto? In which house? In which sign? And like this is very important. And there you can see, okay, there might be maybe some challenges, but you can get over it in looking at it and not just running away or hiding, but saying, okay, I want to face it. I want to work on it in a work, in a child and subconscious, and then nothing will happen. It's not about punishment.
So would you maybe recommend for us to look into our birth chart and see in, like you said, in which house is this happening? And that's maybe the part of the life where it's when we can expect to be affected the most, or the part where we need to do the work, and it's good to look into that?
Exactly. So the birth chart, well, I also take my own astrologic consultations when these kind of specific events happen, so that I know, okay, there is a direction. And my astrologists always say, like, there is a possibility that might happen. For example, there's a warning, yeah? Like, okay, there might be something about these topics. She always says, like, but when you are prepared, when you work on yourself, when you are aware of it, then it doesn't have to happen. But this is just like a signal, like, okay, warning, there might be something, but if you're careful, if you control your ego or whatever, then everything will be fine. And this is what the birth chart says. It is not about like, this is meant to be, this is your karma destiny, like, okay, take it or leave it. But okay, how can I change it? How can I improve myself? And for sure, there are effects, but it hasn't have to happen. It's not like in stone, like, oh, it is like there is no other chance.
Is there a particular part of our lives in general which this event is going to be particularly affected by? It doesn't matter what sign we are, like when we were born or something like that. Is it like, is there something like general for everyone, like the energies which comes with the event?
The energies, yes. How we are affected depends indeed on our birth chart and on the constellations. So how I get affected. Imagine like there is like 100 volts of energy. Let's say your cable is capable of 50 volts and mine is capable of 70 volts, but in total there's 100 volts we could use. So when your cable stays at 50 volts, you can only use 50. When mine stays at 70, I can only use 70. But this energy says, well, okay, but there's 100. You can use 100. How do I do that? I raise the capacity of this cable. I make it stronger so it's not burning out. I like work on this. This is the shadow work, what I always say. Like when you work on your shadows, then you can use the maximum of this energy. And to get back to your question, so the general thing is that more our spirituality, which means our third eye chakra and the crown chakra, will work more. It gets opening up more. But we can only use these energies when I get rid of the old things I'm carrying from my ancestors, from my parents, in my subconscious, my limiting beliefs, my traumas, and so on. So solving the main events. But also what I want to say is that some people are digging too deep and they are searching and searching. Like at one point they heal, but they think there is much more. There's much more. And this is also a trap. So people have to be aware. At one point it ends, but they're like, no, there must be something else. There must be something else. And we call it our own. Like we call problems because we think it is a never ending story. And I always love to say, no, it's an ending story, because when you got enlightened, there is nothing else left to solve. So at one point you get there.
Yeah, I heard actually what they're talking about. I heard the term of inner workaholic, and it's
Nice.
about the people who, you know, like they find something, they heal it, they are happy for a little bit until they found something else, and they
Exactly.
keep looking and looking, and
Yeah.
as everybody says, like what we pay attention to, that's what we bring more of in our life.
Yes.
So there needs to be somewhere a point where we are like, okay, now everything is good, right? And yes, of course, it's always something is coming up we can look into and so on, but we also need to live our life. It's not only,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. And this is where the frustration starts, because I also saw, for example, in some of these comments on the video, I worked so much on myself and it's repeating over and over again and so on. And like, okay, it means that this person didn't solve it really. So what I can recommend here is when people work on themselves, go to the root. And there you need a good coach, for example, who finds the root. So, and they say like me, okay, I'm saying I'm one of them who finds the root. So to find the root, and then you take it all out, and then there is no repetition of this event anymore, or this pattern gets really, really solved. So this they can look into more.
So if something is repeating in our life, that just means that there is a root we are maybe not aware yet, or that something is not solved. So we should be going more deeper and try to look for the cause.
Yes, and unfortunately, some people hide beyond that so that they don't go to the root because it's too hurting. So they play around. Oh, I solved this, but the root is still lingering there, and they don't touch it. They just do the other stuff because they might think, okay, it's too hurtful, and I don't want to face this. So it's a subconscious game again. So the subconscious does that.
Can we maybe with this event, astrological event, expect these things which are hidden there to be highlighted?
Thank you. Exactly.
We cannot oversee it anymore.
Exactly. And this is what I meant for those who are not into spirituality. They will even say like, okay, what do I do? How I cannot hold it anymore. It's too much. So some will unfortunately get a lot of suffering here because, you know, when you don't suffer the most, you don't search for a solution. You just hold it, you just bear it, and you said, okay, it will vanish, blah, blah. But when it's too much, when it's unbearable, then you say, okay, give me someone. How can I change it? They start searching and so on. You know, most people who get very sick, for example, cancer or something, they have a turnover in their life, a breakthrough, and they get into spirituality, or maybe a big accident, or a big, like a divorce or a loss or whatever. I wish it to no one, but sometimes, unfortunately, it has to be happen, that there is the awakening. This is why
The
we
wake
are
up
here.
call. Yeah.
Yeah, and there will be a lot. One of the topics also of Pluto Aquarius is, as I said, relationships, and we will hear a lot of divorces and separations also. That it is not working anymore. It's not working anymore. Like you try, and it will like really forcing, and also maybe like getting out that there is a betrayal, or that there is someone else of this person's life or whatever. So it will be painful for some, but it's not about make you frightened, but like if you look at it, and if you take it and heal it, it will not repeat, and there will be beautiful rewards. And what I want to add here, because maybe it was now too dramatic and negative, the last few sentences. So on the other way, for those who did their inner work, who really pushed themselves, who really opened up and changed their beliefs and whatever, there is a big reward for those who were honest all the time, who really were straight on their way without anything else. There will be a lot of reward regarding wealth and abundance. And also people start meeting their soulmates. So soulmates will get together more and more. So wealth, abundance, and soulmates, this is also the positive part, which will be given as the reward by the universe for those who really tried hard, independent which astrologic sign you are.
Yeah. If we have somebody around who is not maybe awakened yet or not aware of those things, and we see them suffering, is there a way for us to help, to open the door a little bit, or everybody needs to do it on their own?
Well, people can do it by explaining maybe their own story and how they changed, because this is the most effective one. Well, like I was the same and I did this and this, and this helped me. Maybe you try it. A second thing is maybe explaining their learnings, whatever. For example, talking a little bit about spirituality, or doing an invitation about, now let's do a meditation together. Let's try it. If the person is very rejective and saying no, unfortunately, no, there is nothing we can do, then they will take over. And this is the part where I say this might be then hard. Because the universe, God is like, okay, enough. Really, like planetary, I mean, to all the humanity, enough. Like, okay, I give you warning, signs. You didn't get it. Okay, now my turn. Now it's not on anymore, joking around anymore. So I see there is also, I feel it, Lord, there is also serious energy now. And when this serious energy comes, this is where I'm not joking anymore. I'm really like, okay, what is it? I do it. Like, give me any instructions, I follow. Because I know when this serious energy comes, they really don't joke. It's really then getting, for us, dangerous. How do I mean that? The warnings are not nice anymore. It will be then painful. Like our boyfriend leaves us, or we get scamming, fraud, or like not nice events, let's say. So to avoid it, I was saying like, okay, is there any kind of sign? And how do you know it? You look if you get triggered or not. If there's a triggering over and over again, you cry, you get angry, there's emotions popping up, this is for you red alert, red flags, like okay, look at it, yeah, and then nothing bad happens. But if you, no, I do it my own way, no, I will not forgive, and no, I hate this person, then the divine says, you know what, I am, as God, I am forgiving. Who are you not to forgive? Like, who are you? Do you mess up with me? Like, and I don't dare. I was like, okay, boss, not anymore. I messed up too long. I don't do it anymore.
Is there maybe also, like, can you say if you yourself, you're experiencing these energies, and this, like, how is it for a person who is already awakened, and who is receiving all these messages? Do you also feel this in your life? Like how that shows up?
Yes. So since the 20th of January, I feel a shift in my dreams. I dream very clear, but not just like subconscious dreams, but very spiritual dreams where, like, I don't know, the moon and the stars, or like there is a message behind and so on. The other thing is that my channel is more stronger than before. So the message I get is more clear, more vivid as before. It was strong already, but now it's more. And I see more. I see that like it's opening up. I see more dimensions or other creatures or other beings which I didn't see before. I see it is opening up. So this will happen to those who have already, as you said, a consciousness level. So it will not happen to those who have a just opening up the third eye. They will not start just seeing things because it would make them crazy. So don't worry, the divine is taking care of us. So only those who are capable, like gym. Yeah, you go to the gym, you're trained already, you're strong, and you just and the one who just came I'm doing this, so you don't give them 100 kilos. Yeah, you just start little by little. It's the same, and this is the Pluto Aquarius time. They will give us little, but the spirituality will raise. So the light workers, the spiritual people like me, they will show up more and more, and don't leave the stage to the charlatans or to the fake ones. So they will be like, yalla.
So I understand that the energies are going to be supporting this, like waking up and getting more connected and more clearer channels. If we notice that the energy is supportive, can we do something extra to help it, to make it flow better?
Yes, so like meditation is the king of all the techniques regarding to support this spirituality. I myself, I hated meditation. I was like, and I was like postponing and so on until I got the knowledge and the awareness that by postponing, I was postponing my own spirituality. So I really tried to repeat it over and over again, like doing it daily or not putting pressure, but maybe every 3 days to just connect, opening up a music on YouTube or whatever, and then just connecting more and more. This is essential. This is like going to the gym again. Yeah, you cannot go once to the gym and say, now I have the muscles. You go like that every 2 days, every 3 days, you go to the gym, that you build up the muscles. And I always say it's a spiritual muscle you have to build up. And meditation is the most beautiful thing and easiest thing to do, and not for hours. Start with 5 minutes, like this one. Not with 100 kilos, but 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then more and more. Don't push yourself here.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask actually, because some people, I think you say meditation and they imagine 1 hour long of, stuff. So it's important to say that 5 minutes is enough for the beginning. And for example, maybe 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at the evening,
Exactly.
when you are in the bed before you get into your busy life. That's maybe a good time to start with this.
Yes, exactly. So they shouldn't be frightened or demotivated and think, okay, I have to do it hours. Slowly, and consequently. Discipline is here the very important part. And the spirits wants us to do it with ease. There is no punishment. There is no, like, they are so loving and they are so smooth with us, but we are our own judgments doing the judge. Yeah, so this is very important that we are aware of it. No one is judging us, but we ourselves do
But
that.
us, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
perfect. You were saying that it's gonna affect a lot of our relationships. I assume it's not only partnerships, but also friendships and so on.
Exactly.
What's the main topic? Because I feel like many people are in relationships or friendships. They know they don't no longer serve them. So can we expect that they are gonna be kind of pushed out of those, or what's gonna be the dynamic?
Yeah. So the thing is that we started relationships, let's say an example, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 2015, whatever. We had a different state of mind. We had a different state of energy, or friendships, even business, whatever, partnerships. So we started there. And during the time, we changed. I changed, my partner changed, or whatever. So the energies changed. So it is not vibrating anymore. It's not aligning anymore. So, but we were aware of it, but we were in a comfort zone at the same time. Like, no, it's okay. I can handle it, blah, blah. But you are not in your full potential. You're blocking even yourself. You're even stopping yourself to raise because, then you will lose him at all. So you just try to stay low profile, for example. And the universe says, no, 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 no. Now it's done. Now you have to be aware you're not vibrating anymore. So those who vibrate will match. And those who with the lower frequencies will also match so that they can grow together. And those who are in the upper levels, they will also grow much more upper. So there is a readjustment, we can say. And for the first, it could see like, oh, this is so sad, but it's not. It's a big, big win for both sides because there will be a readjustment and it is helpful for both of them to awaken.
So can
allow
we
it.
say, can we say that also a big theme of this event is letting go things which no longer serve us?
Yes, exactly. And trusting the intuition, trusting the divine, that everything will be okay. And for sure, during a separation, so I have clients right now, exactly like 4 or 5 people who are in a separation phase and how painful it is hurting, they are crying and so on. And I am divorced, I know how it feels, but you have to go through that phase to then start a new life. But some people are afraid of this phase and they prolong the unhappy situation. And I say the divorce is the best thing what could happen to me. And I'm still in peace with my ex-husband. We are still in connection with a beautiful friendship. So it hasn't to be in a negative way, but like everyone goes their own way because I changed, I raised my consciousness and he didn't at all. So it wasn't vibrating anymore. So we had to split. So it is not no drama, but our subconscious loves drama. So we have to be aware of it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, even though they know they are not comfortable or they would like to have something different, but it's still something they know, it's familiar for them, and it's on certain level it's also comfortable because when you step out of it you don't know what to expect. Even though you know that your life is not perfect, you still know what every day what you can expect. And when you step out of that zone, it's you don't know what's gonna be. What is there something which can help us to do this step, to really step out of these patterns which are no longer working for us, but are somehow comfortable still?
Yeah. That's a beautiful question. And this is now coming from the spirits directly. I feel it also for a long time that the true religion in general, without saying Islam, Christianity, religion itself will wake up again. And because we need the connection to God, forget universe. We need the connection to God, but it is lost. Why? Because of the people who represent the religions and say you have to do this, you have to do, and this negativity. So people say like, well, I'm more spiritual, but leave me alone. I don't want to do anything with religion. So they start asking from the universe, manifestation from the universe. And I say like, yeah, but don't forget the creator, please, only because you're mad at the religion itself. So the spirit says that the religions will be now understood again. The messages from God will be understood again, and people will open up more and more. So to go through that hard phases or this hardship, that we need worship and prayers. And I don't care which religion people are, to be honest, because the prophets, they had the same message. Yeah, they wanted to connect us to the divine, to the God consciousness. So instead of fighting it, maybe start to see it from a different angle and to reconnect again. If you want to connect to Christ or to Muhammad, to Allah, whatever, as I said, to reconnect. And it will be more and more. You will see that that people are now seeing, okay, what is this Bible saying? What is this Quran saying? Let's dig deeper here.
Yeah. So can we maybe even expect people from different religions understand each other better? And, you know, like, because sometimes people still, okay, I am a different religion and can we expect it to go more together?
It will be, because the Aquarius will push us to, like in a gentle way, pushing us to get into this consciousness of oneness. There is no you, there is no me, one. For this, the raise of the consciousness level is here needed. And religion is just a tool for us, how we get there, how we can raise our consciousness level. And I always say, you cannot split spirituality and religion, but they both belong together, because religion normally teaches spirituality, by the way, nothing else, nothing else. It's like, how do I get there? Yeah. And if you understand that, people will then see it in oneness. For example, look me as an example. I'm totally open-minded to any religion, and so are you, and there are others. So we are not on our own, and it will raise more and more, for sure.
Is there maybe a mantra or something we can say to ourselves when we feel like, when we are looking at someone and we feel judgmental towards that person? Is there maybe something we can say to ourselves to to connect with that person more?
You mean like to connect in a positive way, although there is negative energy
like
coming from this person?
step out of this like judgmental me and you, and thinking more like, okay, me and you, we are one.
Exactly. So instead of a mantra, what comes up is that we imagine a quantum ball, an energetic ball, that we like have it in front of our heart chakra. It can be green or also fuchsia, magenta color, and that we send it to this person. We can do it in the meditation, for example. I do it to the whole world mostly, like imagining there's a rain of green energy or like light onto the planet, so that we can also affect the others. And this is, yes, possible. You can also always imagine you sending like quantum balls to them, throwing, and then like imagining how they start smiling and how they break their beliefs and their bias in their mind.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yes, yes, definitely. And I have also one thing else. I don't know if you have a question before that.
No, go.
Okay, because there is these theories of, oh, the electricity will be gone and there will be bad things happening, and this darker side. I want, because they remember now, like talk about this. So when we stay in the fear has the lowest, is one of the lowest vibrations, and light, joy, happiness is the highest vibration. So when you're in a high vibration, then fear, mirror, it makes nothing with you. So let's say the dark energies wants us to stay in this lower vibrations, so they can take control over us. So even nothing will happen, being in the fear is enough. So you see, like last year, there was, because of this conflict, there were a lot of scenarios of the Third World War, for example. Oh, there will be a Third World War, blah, blah, and nothing happened. And they said to me, by the way, there will happen nothing, like, don't worry. But unfortunately, the people are afraid. So this is what I want to also do more and more this year, sending those messages out, like, don't worry, like nothing will happen. But like there is all these theories, so don't get into that too much, into that energy, and like freaking yourself out and getting into anxiety, and protect your energy, because if you are in the light, not darkness can do nothing. You see, I have light in this room. There can be no darkness if you have light, but if you have darkness, you get on the light, then the darkness is gone. But the other way around, it's not possible. So we have to be aware of this. So you can never turn off the light, yeah, except you push the button, but this is something else. Like, I mean more the spiritual energy, the spiritual light we are spreading out.
What we can do when we feel this pressure and this fear coming out, like on us, you know, like I would say I would split it into two parts, the question. Once when I feel fear and I'm afraid of something, what's going on. And the second one would be when people around me are freaking out. You know, like of course I can try to stay away from it, but for example, if it's my partner or family, how to deal with that?
Again, very good question. Thank you. So the first thing is what you can do when you are in fear is like directly saying, do the fire breath work. So it's like this from the nose, you breathing in very hardly in and out for 1, 2, or 3 minutes, but not more. And it goes like this. And you're pushing this energy in and out. So you burn down all the fears, anxiety, or whatever. And it also, your bloodstream and anything will also be activated. So it gives you energy. And when you have energy, then you function differently. Even your body reacts there. So this is the easiest and like quickest way. The other way, when others are in that state and you are in a high vibrational state, so it is also a challenge for sure. You can imagine yourself like in a purple energy, which is like a shield, a protection shield. The other thing is when you are in this environment and it is too negative and you cannot affect it and you feel in the end like, what? Then you can go to the shower and imagine how from the shower light is raining. So it's not water, but like light, like washing away all these energies, what you can do. And you can ask your spiritual guides for divine protection here, that you say, I'm fully aware of it. Can you please protect my energy field so that I'm not affected? And because awareness is important, and also to talk to the spirit and say like, please, because they don't come to you and say, oh, let me support Yana here and that she is protected, because you didn't ask for it. Free will is very what they respect the most. So we have to say it, tell it.
So is there maybe a good way to have like a morning and evening ritual, you know, like morning to kind of like put the protection on as we put our clothes on, and evening to, you know, let it wash away, and so we can stay in our energy?
Yes, for sure. For example, in the morning, we can use this like that. It's like expanding and widening the aura by imagining golden light, and then maybe other colors. You can imagine it is like raining down on you, and you get like wider and wider, and you're shining, and then you feel like it is also a shield, like unbreakable shield. Whatever attack comes, like in these kind of movies where they have a shield around the city, like for example in Harry Potter they have it, like in this. And there is a protection shield, for example. And in the evening, as I said, you can do this shower ritual where you imagine that all the energies goes away. This is also what I do. And then also meditation, aura cleansing. And you can find it here in my YouTube channel also, the aura cleansing, for those who want to repeat it over and over again. It's the best way. Just 7-8 minutes. I mean, in 24 hours, it's not that much.
Yeah. That's like brushing your teeth. Once you get used to it, you have it as a part of your ritual.
Yes, exactly.
Is there maybe also something like with when we go back to this event, can we maybe see it also on our health, or can that get affected by this event?
Let's say if there is a burden from before energetically, which is already lingering in your body, yes, then it can be triggered, like heart attack, or all of a sudden there is an illness. But this is again coming back to the thing that there is a wake-up call, and we weren't listening it to for too long, and now this is now hitting. And it might be, yes, it might be, so that we have to be really, really careful here. But it is only, again, for those who really reject for a long time, like not months, like years. Yeah. So these kind of illnesses or health issues can pop up only because there was a lot of rejection and it was from years ago, lingering already, and then getting more and more and more. Only then it's not something like from yesterday coming up today and oh, there is something happening. So like, don't mix up things here. This is very important to know.
And is it like, for example, based on what we have a physical problem with? Can it be connected with like, okay, let's say, for example, okay, I have a problem with my shoulders or I have a stomach pain. I have like, is that connected to certain area of your life? Like what we can be looking behind those things?
Yes, so emotions are energies, and trauma is also a kind of energy. And then it is like getting at one point in the body, and it's like holding there. It is like captured emotions, and they get more and more and more and more, and then it starts aching somewhere. So if you get aware, then there is something, but we cannot generalize that. We can say, if it's the stomach, then it is because you're angry at your father or something. It can be anything, but it is related to the chakras. This I definitely can say. So if something is in the throat, then it is about your throat chakra for sure. Or if you have a headache all the time, yeah, it might be a blockage in your crown or third eye chakra. If you have all the time stomach problems, okay, probably there's something wrong with your solar plexus, and so on and so on. And then you can go back and say, okay, what is the throat chakra? It's about communication. What do I swallow? What do I oppress? What do I don't say? These kind of things. And then you can get more and more to results. And then for sure, solving it and not just knowing it. Knowing it brings nothing.
So maybe we should do episodes about explaining people or like go through your chakras and see like this is related to this is, and then maybe people can have a little bit of guidance where to look at or where to start.
Exactly.
Where do we start when when we feel like something is just not going right, or like we know that something we need to change something? How do we start? Where do we start?
I always say it is the best is to get here professional help support from the outside, because it is exactly like when you're in the scenario, you don't know how to help yourself. And then you're trying, you're pushing, and then you're overwhelmed, exhausted, and whatever, and you give up at all. Instead of that, maybe start searching or researching. I mean, I also do hypnotherapy or sessions and retreats and workshops and whatever. Start somewhere. Stop resisting. Just start somewhere by choosing someone where you feel aligned and I like this energy. I want to get his support. Like it can be so easy.
Yeah, I have to say from my own personal experience that retreats are usually huge game changers. It's just like you go somewhere and you just get to focus on yourself and support it by these amazing people around who are there for the same reason. So yeah, that's very good one. I think to go to a retreat, it's that's usually a big step forward and uncovering things which we might not be able to see without that help and without that support.
Definitely. This is very, very important.
Is there something else coming up for you right now, like as an information, what we should know? Like with this, it was 20th of January, right? Like it was the breaking point, let's say, or the peak. What else? Is there something else we should be aware, or maybe what we should focus, or like what's the best to...
The message I can give here is that the doors are widely open. Remember that Pluto is defined as a spiritual planet, and it is the death planet. But it's not only physical death, but also like like an ego death. Yeah, it is like there is something dying within us. There will be a revolution within us. So be aware, like what is dying within you. And this is also a signal that there will be a rebirth. Like you will be reborn again. So Pluto is the one who comes and like kills something in the inside so that there can be a rebirth on a spiritual way be possible. So it is opening the way. So don't take it negative or don't be afraid of it. I love this phase. I'm so happy because I really can't wait what is going to happen. So it started at the 20th of January. And it will be like with us for the next 20 years. So let's do the best out of it. Yeah. Not fearing it, but facing it and being thankful for Pluto giving us the gifts to be able to get back to our creators before we die. Like when we die, we get back, but it's about like dying before you die. Like that our ego dies, that our resistance dies, that our old beliefs and systems dies. It's about that only.
Yeah. So stop resisting the change.
Exactly. This can be the slogan of this video.
Stop resisting the change.
I love it.
How do we know, for example, let's say relationships. How do we know if we keep fighting or a project, if we keep fighting for it, or if that's a sign of letting, like, okay, let it go? Or because sometimes people say like, okay, it takes work, it takes effort, either it's a relationship or your new project, like I believe that there needs to be something for us to put in. How do we distinguish, like, okay, this is not worth our attention anymore, and this is like where I, for example, where I should push through a little bit?
Yeah, so the universe gives always sign with the flow. When I was about to move to Dubai in Germany, back then, when I started the project, I take the decision. I said, God, I decide to go, make it happen. I swear, everything like was automatically in the way. Like I sold my car easily, the furniture, everything went easily, and the doors open like tack, tack, tack. It was like even my residency I got within 4 days, so it was like easy, and it was meant to be. So you can see when the doors opening automatically without like effortless, then it is worth it. Then okay, you are on track because it says like go there. This is the direction. And if you're like pushing, you're trying, it means either you didn't work on your subconscious, so there is a sabotage. So universe says, okay, work on it, and then I open the doors. Or it is not meant at all. And then again, it is like with struggle, with suffering. So even the journey itself should be with ease and joy and glory, not the destination itself. So even by doing it, you have to enjoy it. And if there is no joy at all, follow the joy. My recommendation is follow the joy. If you do it with the joy and you're excited, you're on the track. If you don't, okay, let's do it. Like, yeah, I don't leave it. Like, why do you do that?
Yeah. But we have to take decision first, right? Like, okay, this is what I want to do, or this is where I want to go. Or can we even, what about people who don't know where to go, who don't know, like, because when you take a decision, like you say, like, okay, I'm moving to Dubai, please align those things for me, and let's go. What about people who don't know really where to go? Where do they start? Like, what do they do?
Yeah, so this is the like hardest part, let's say, because it's easy when you know it, then to take the decision, it's easier. So there again, to taking either help or asking God, like, okay, guide me here again, give me a dream, give me a sign, give me something or an inspiration, an idea, so that you ask for help, because ask and you shall receive. So there is also again a divine guidance which we always forget, and we try to do it by our own. You don't have to ask, like, leave the control, leave the steering, and say, okay, I don't know where to go, I'm totally lost, hello, can someone help me here? And help will come. It will always come. But if you go like this, like imagine you ask for help and then you do this, yeah, what can God then do? What can the universe and spirits can do? Like, okay, but you're not ready, you don't want it. Some people are holding. Then sorry, like, okay, then don't cry, yeah? Like, really.
Yeah. And maybe we can also try to start like with letting go of little things which we know no longer serve us, you know, because then we create a space for something new to come.
Yes,
Because if we are
exactly.
busy and like you know, like 24/7 and running in on that wheel, and like just repeating every day by day, then there is not much of space of something new stepping in to show us the direction.
Yeah. So opening the space, as you said, is very, very important. And again, let go, let go, let go.
Mm, mm. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it can be very scary and it can be very exciting. I think that's
Exactly.
also a decision to make,
It's a
right?
point of view, exactly. How you want to see it, you see it.
Yeah, are you gonna be scared or are you gonna be excited? You can be both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, that's amazing.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
do you have something else to share with us? Do they have something else to share with us?
Yeah. I think all is said, so I don't want to overwhelm also in one video with all this information. But it is like really, they say, and I wrote it down, be open to learn new things, be more open-minded, be open to get the messages by them and not like running around blind, they say, because they are sending a lot of messages. And also spread out the seeds now that you get back, that you have the harvest later. So like take massive action, they say. Like don't say, okay, they will send us a sign, let's see. No, take massive action, go, and they will then help you. So
Support
not
you.
even having a ritual, a daily routine, doing your sports and gym and doing your project or whatever you're working on, like being in motion here is very, very important to get the momentum.
Yeah,
This is what
that's
I can say as
amazing.
a final message here.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing this because there were some very valuable informations. And I think everybody can take a little bit, you know, like from
Yes.
like somebody can take that one and somebody can take that one. So thank you very much for sharing and
Welcome.
for channeling these informations for us. And yeah, let's continue with other topics.
Yes, for
Let's
sure. I'm
dive in
happy to do
next
that.
time. And thank you for being here and doing your work.
Yes, thank you for the invitation and see you at the next episode.
Yes, see you soon. Bye.
See you. Bye.